Ladies and gentlemen, in this RedGamingTech.com video we have yet more rumours from Camp Microsoft. Obviously right now there are going to be a slew of rumours going into the May 21st reveal. Everything from the name, which of course right now is supposedly going to be called Xbox Infinity, all the way down to the hardware specifications. No doubt we'll find out a lot more of course in just a few days' time. However, Microsoft is certainly not quiet on the reveal. And neither are they quiet on the upcoming E3 event, of course, which takes place not too long after the reveal. Aaron Greenberg, who is the Chief of Staff at Microsoft Interactive Entertainment Business, has said, and I quote, "E3, if you're a gamer, is going to be tons of exclusives and world premieres." He continued in his quote and said, "And obviously even beyond that, we have a lot more to share between then and this holiday." Also, in the Microsoft official podcast, which of course is Major Nelson Radio, Greenberg was doing more teasing. He was telling us that we definitely have a lot of surprises planned, and people are going to get a great inside look at really the making of the new platform and the team that brought it to life. Finally, he also stated, "The team here has been hard at work for many years, and what we're going to show in the next few weeks, we have so much goodness that there's no way we could have packed it into just one event." End of quote. So obviously there's a lot of things you can take away from that. The biggest one would be the exclusives. Obviously, we have gotten wind of a few, including next generation FPS, and EA apparently have a pretty cozy relationship with Microsoft. Just how far that extends, as I've mentioned in previous videos, is unbeknownst to us. It's likely it may be the odd exclusive here and there. I don't particularly think it's going to be something like Battlefield 5, just as an arbitrary example. However, for all we know, it could be new IP, or perhaps side quests or side adventures, shall we say, of main franchises. Regardless, Microsoft are obviously sparing a little expense in the next generation war, and they're certainly not going to be resting on their laurels. We also know various other facts. It could not just be games. We know Microsoft themselves are very hard at work trying to promote and push other facilities of the console, including, most likely, the next generation set-top box idea. So it could also allude to various other subjects, for example, exclusive revives, or perhaps even exclusive new TV shows, or perhaps even films for all we know. Obviously, we have Netflix, among others now, who are creating their own exclusive TV shows as well. And obviously online programming is becoming a lot bigger with high subscriber numbers. So, just what we're going to be seeing is unbeknownst to us, as I've said. But one thing is for certain, it's going to be an extraordinarily interesting couple of days before and after the reveal, I have a feeling. I think Monday and Tuesday are going to blow up in terms of the newsfeed, and I have a feeling that E3 is probably going to be one of the most volatile, like not as in riots or anything, but it's certainly going to be very fickle in terms of what the crowd are going to be seeing. Obviously, from Microsoft's perspective, they know roughly what Nintendo have in plan, and they also know roughly what Sony have. In Nintendo's defense, obviously, they have some new games that are being released. In Sony's case, of course, all the developers are extraordinarily happy, and this also includes, well, smaller indie developers as well. However, Microsoft do seem to be solidifying their own partnerships right now with, well, not just indie developers, but big boys as well. So, I have a feeling that this is going to be a very, very intense battle, especially in the first year or so, because obviously both consoles want a pretty good base of exclusives to work from, because once again, as I've said numerous times in my videos, the problem is you cannot just base your launch on shared titles, because let's say, for example, you have 4 games that are shared and 1 exclusive, whereas on the other hand your rival has the 4 games that are shared plus 4 exclusives, just for example, as a pure, hyped up example. Most people, especially if those exclusives are good, are going to want to certainly stick towards or gravitate towards the more powerful looking lineup. Anyway, this has been a fairly short one, of course, for me. I know, you guys, that I have not done the tech video that I planned. I can only profusely apologise. It has had something to do with really poor timing on my own part, plus, of course, neighbours who have decided to cut trees down at ridiculous morning o'clock after I've decided to go out for the night, come back home at like 2, and then they decide to cut trees down at like, I don't know, 9ish. So yeah, all of those combined have not led me to be a happy camper. However, tonight I'm going to be going to bed pretty darn early, which should lead to a well-rested man, and hopefully a man that can actually think straight and be able to coherently analyze a decent tech sample. I also point out that tomorrow, which is Sunday, he says with some trepidation, I'll also be putting out a rumour video for all the Xbox stuff, and that video will encapsulate all we know about the console. Because why am I doing that? Because I'm extremely curious. I want to consolidate all the facts. Well, I say facts in a very strong tone, but I actually mean rumours of what's actually lurking out there. And I want to encapsulate that and to actually figure out what's really going to be happening with the next console compared to what the rumours are. So I think that'll be quite an interesting shift. So I'm probably going to do an article as well, so we can do a quick comparison and be like, actually, the CPU was right, but the GPU speed was wrong, or whatever it actually ends up to be. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and I once again will be around more over the next couple of days. I can only profusely apologise. Trust me, if I could have done more, I would have, but as I've said on Facebook, by the way, the best bet to reach me, as I've said a couple of times, is Facebook. That's facebook.com/redgamingtech, and I'd encourage you to check that out. And you can obviously message me and so on. I do my best to respond. If I don't message you back in a day or two, it's possible someone else on the RGT team has read the message, so therefore message us back and slap me, and I will get involved at some point. But yeah. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I will definitely be around much more over the next few days. So take care and bye for now.